Guys, have you heard this? How many of you have watched this video? How many of you have watched this news? Now, the stone the builders rejected have become the cornerstone. What is the news? Jonathan ready to run in 2027. You know President Goodluck Jonathan that the North rejected and chose Buhari at that time, 2015. Now, the North said they are ready to accept Jonathan. Do you know why? Jonathan is the only person in Nigeria today that can only run for president for only one term. When I mean one term, I mean constitutionally. I'm not saying that the other people cannot choose to say they want to run for one term or not. Yes, they can choose to run or not. But the truth is this, President Jonathan, the former president of Nigeria, is the only person that can say, I want to run for only one term. And he will only run for one term constitutionally. Other people can decide to run for one term because they want to actually run for a one term. Now, the news is according to Vanguard News. According to Vanguard News, they say that Jonathan ready to run again, according to a close ally. A close ally actually confirmed that. He said, Nigeria former president Goodluck Jonathan will be one of the leading candidates to confront the incumbent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the presidential pool. A close ally of Bayelsa-born politician confirmed to Vanguard yesterday. So this is one of the most trending news at this hour. You know that all this period right now, every attention have been moved to Peter Obi. Every dragon have been moved to Peter Obi to the extent that a northerner came on national television, said that they will not vote for Peter Obi because if they vote for him and he becomes president, he will import alcohol to the north. You can imagine what somebody is saying in 2007. Is there no need to do a brain check on his head? So that is what is actually happening. So what am I trying to say? Attention gradually, the whole attention shift to Peter Obi because they felt that Peter Obi is the only candidate that can confront Tinubu in 2027 general presidential election. So as of today, there's another news that that Goodluck Jonathan, the former president of Nigeria, is ready to run again in 2027. The question is this: if Jonathan run again, will you vote for him? The truth is clear. If Jonathan run, the South will vote for him. The Southeast will vote. The South will vote. And even the Northern brothers that he built at Lamajiri school that rejected him and chose their own brother, definitely they will also vote for him. So, but can Tinubu confront Jonathan in 2027? It will be a question for another day. What we are just doing is just to read the news and tell you what is actually happening in 2025 ahead of 2027 general election. Let's see. The ally who is also the PDP, the ally who is also in the PDP as Jonathan told Vanguard that the plan to draft the former president to contest PDP platform had gone far and that he had accepted, adding that the former president was going into the race to find way of addressing Nigeria's rising poverty, hardship, and the general suffering that have actually affected the country in recent years. You know that when Jonathan was there, they were protesting that hunger, there is hunger. People were protesting. The bag of rice was sold at about 8,000 naira thereabouts, or 18,000 naira thereabouts. It was relatively very, very cheap. It's what minimum wage can actually easily afford. But apart from that anyway, there was freedom of movement, freedom of speech. People came out on national television and say whatever they want to say. People went to the streets, even including the current APC-led government went on the streets. Buhari went on the streets. Different pastors went on the street to campaign and say a lot of things, and nothing happened. But today, can people actually go to the streets right now to actually protest? Last time people massively went on the street to protest in the last government was in the time of Buhari, the NSAS protest. And you know it didn't go well. If it was Jonathan, do you think that there would have been a kind of a bloodshed in that particular movement? No, there won't be, because he will allow people to protest freely. But that is not the news for now. The news remains that Jonathan is getting rid. You know that the PDP have also always been looking for a way to land very well. They have been wooing Peter Obi to join them and then be their presidential candidate, but it seems it's not really working out, and it seems it's not really working out. So they are also looking at who else are they going to choose. They are going back to who? They are going back to Goodluck Jonathan. Will Goodluck Jonathan save the PDP 2027 general election? We need to actually help them to win. Well, if the North decide to stand with him and the South decide to stand with him, I think Goodluck Jonathan have a chance of winning. And this time around, it is just for Only one term. Only one term. The source said the project to bring back Jonathan to reposition Nigeria was being driven by key Nigeria leaders, elders who believe the former president stabilized the country and its economy within 6 years of this administration. Now, no says Jonathan stabilized the country. This is after he left. This after he left, as if we are now aware that he stabilized the country. This and we will never do. There's somebody that moved Nigeria, projected Nigeria globally at national level. Nigeria was once beginning to be respected and honored at the national areas and international communities. Nigeria economy, even remember the Koji Wala was the minister of economy that time, and she was actually trying to drive the economy, trying to do everything possible. Even the first subsidy removal we are talking about in Jonathan time, Jonathan trying to remove this first subsidy, but he said he's not going to remove it completely. Just small reduction in say fuel subsidy from about 65 naira that time to 100 naira. No, not even up to 100% increment. From 65 naira fuel was sold to about 100 naira or 110 naira thereabout. People protested. People shut down the economy. People protested. Everywhere shut down, including the oil generation company and institutions, completely shut down. This has never happened in Nigeria. When Nigeria went on a complete break, for a complete break. The NLC shut down, everywhere shut down, the economy shut down, the state shut down, even the airline also wanted to shut, the whole economy, the whole country shut down just because the president announced he wants to remove the fuel subsidy from about 65 naira to about 100 naira, 110 naira then. So after the whole agitation, people shut down and said the president said there was no going back. People protested and said that the president must go back. At the end of the day, after the whole protest and agitation, they had meetings then, and they were able to move first. They were able to adjust the fuel price from 65 naira to from 109 naira or 10 naira thereabouts. Where he projected it, and he moved it to about 97 naira, and that was what fuel was till Jonathan hand over power to Buhari. And when Buhari entered there, the story changed. People no longer was no longer able to protest as a case as the way it used to be. When you protest, you collect. When Tinubu entered now, the story changed. If you try to protest, another group of people will end up emerging as leaders of the same group. Before you know it, even NSC have not led any protest, any nationwide protest under his administration, despite that the president declared that fuel subsidy on the first day of swearing in, fuel subsidy was gone. Fuel jumped tripled. Everything tripled. If it was the time of Jonathan, do you think it would have been done? It is not possible. It's not possible. It is not really possible. No wonder he said that he will be that the Nigerians won't understand the privilege they enjoy today until when he actually leave office. Once he leaves, people will understand the privilege. And today, Nigerians are beginning to really understand the privilege they enjoyed during Jonathan. So it seems the stone builders rejected finally don't have turned to become the cornerstone. Let's continue to read. The source said it was a bind to rescue the country and restore the winning economy and Nigeria to its pride, to its pride of place that the key PDP leaders and elders started pledging with him to consider contesting against Tinubu 2027. And it's not gonna be a good idea, but let's see how it goes. There are those who believe that giving him the opportunity to run for a single term for 4 years reminded the closest pathway for power to return back to the north in 2031 and remain there for 8 years without a serious struggle for the south. What I'm trying to say, if Jonathan was able to go there for 4 years in 2027, if he wins and tries to go back to 2027, it means that by 2031, Jonathan will definitely going to govern, and after 8 years, power will likely return back to the south, just like the way they always do it most times. Going by the fact that Jonathan had already served out a term of 4 years before, he have already served for a term for 4 years already before, so he cannot run for another 4 years. Jonathan can never run for another 4 years after 2031 election. If he decides to win 2027, can never run for another 4 years. So that is the idea the Northerners are coming with. If he wins election 2027, just like Tinubu, if he gets re-elected. So if he wins 2027, just like almost Tinubu getting re-elected too. So, but the main thing is that the Northerners will have somebody that they can actually trust. Northerners will have somebody that you know they can actually see what can actually go, what can go favorable for them. So, meeting with Northern leader Jonathan allies said that that the politicians are already met behind scene with some top leaders within and outside the PDP to consult them and seek their support for 2027 presidential race. According to the politician, Jonathan met with former military president General Ibrahim Babangida, as IBB, retired, last weekend in his home in Niger State. And on on his desire to run for a one term 2027. Jonathan is one person that the North, I know, definitely will support to run one term in 2027. But I think that the North will be regretting why they voted him out in the first place, not to complete his term, because they felt like Buhari was preached to be the Messiah by the APC, and even Nigeria believed that he was the Messiah. Everybody believed that he was a Messiah. But finally, that Messiah did not really go well to many people. That Messiah no work. So let's see how it goes. The officials also disclosed that Jonathan was currently in South consulting and meeting with critical stakeholders with a view of selling the project to them and soliciting for their support. It was, however, not clear at press time who the Jonathan team was meeting with Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, on Tuesday and yesterday. It's believed that his support base in the region could not be a problem to him. Jonathan is somebody that is loved by all Nigerians. Forget about he lost 2027 election. Yes, he lost the election and there was no noise completely. But I think that if Atiku Abubakar had known that Jonathan may actually run 2027 election in PDP, I don't think Atiku Abubakar would have left PDP. Most of those people that left PDP wouldn't have actually left, including El-Rufai of Kaduna State. They may also come back to PDP. Those people don't have shame. You may also, like Atiku Abubakar has been running, he run from PDP to AC and thereabout, and then come back to PDP back. From PDP, he also ran to APC, then he come back to PDP back. From PDP, he also went back to ADC. Nobody knows if he'll still run back to PDP back. So there's no, you don't hope with those people. They can come back to PDP tomorrow if Jonathan declares and say he wants to run in PDP. Let's look at this. PDP intensified effort to woo Jonathan. PDP are the one doing what, trying to bring him to run. But Jonathan is also trying to do his own connotation and see the possibility of him actually trying to run. According to the Vanguard, they say that PDP is actively counting Jonathan to contest. They are counting on him to contest the presidential election under their own platform. PDP is just like a party that is struggling to survive at this particular present time. They are struggling to are trying to stand right now this present time, and they need somebody to stand with. People that seems to have had the structures, they are gradually running away. People that are there now, most of them are trying to destroy and campaign against another party, even in the party. Let's see how it goes, because even the famous Wike that is gingering everybody, he was made by Jonathan. Jonathan was the people that made him who he is directly, without missing word. And that is, by the way, he can deny it if he wants, but the videos are there. Anyway, the reliable source informed the BBC Hausa service, monitored by 4 correspondents in Kaduna, that the move, backed by the top PDP figures, including some governors, was aimed to convincing Jonathan to return and to lead the PDP party against the APC and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2027. So the North are actually the one actually calling on Jonathan to run. The Northern governors are the one calling on Jonathan to run. The one appealing, begging him to run. So my question to you, those that are watching me, from the US, those are watching me from London, those watching me from Nigeria itself, those watching me from different parts of the world. If you are Goodluck Jonathan, will you want to run in 2027 election? If you are Goodluck Jonathan, will you like to run against the incumbent Tinubu? Will you want to run against him? Drop a comment and let us know. What do you think about the news today? What do you think about the top news today? Don't forget to follow Kasa TV on Facebook and YouTube. My name is Mwakama Kasmia. Let's give you the full details now. Let's just run down the full details for you so that you will understand where they are going to. Many Nigerians have come to realize the mistake they have made in not re-electing Jonathan. Yes, that is one thing that everybody understands. Jonathan gives condition. According to Abdullahi, Jonathan has shown sign of interest and has begun laying down conditions, including clarities on whether he would participate in the primaries or be given the ticket outright, and whether the party generously recognize his capacities to lead. He started listening and consulting with the inner circles. It's one thing to say Jonathan come and run. It's another thing to say Jonathan come and buy ticket of 100 million. Buy ticket of 100 million. Come and also lobby those party stakeholders. Before you know it, you may spend up to almost 1 billion naira to do all those lobbies, do all the settlements, just trying to run a presidential election, with also people who have interest to run. So it's not gonna be that funny and very easy. It's a different thing when PDP are telling him, come and take our party ticket and run. So everybody step aside. They will do primaries and only him will contest the primaries. They will vote for him massively, and there won't be any option than him being elected as the winning the primaries of the PDP. So it's a different thing altogether. Jonathan running and the people coming to support him inside the PDP. So it's a different, just like what happened in Labour Party when PDP went to Labour Party. The presidential candidate for Labour Party, everybody handed over power to him and told him, let's do the primaries, we are our own candidates. Everything went well, and he was the presidential candidate of Labour Party. So that is something similar that Jonathan is also seeking for. If you are telling him to run, give him that opportunity, give him that ticket, let him just run. So why? So let's complete at that. If you're Goodluck Jonathan, will you be able to decide to run for president in Nigeria? If you're Jonathan, what will be your reaction? Drop a comment, let us know what you think about this video. Don't forget to follow Kasa TV on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to answer the question. If you are former President Goodluck Jonathan, who have been traveling from one country to another, don't forget that he was recently appointed to head another agency in the international community. So he's not that he don't have job. He's not that he's jobless or whatever. He has been supervising election in West Africa, and that was the job given to him. And that was the job given to him by another agency, international agency. And now he was also given another appointment to also supervise elections in other areas. So he has so many things to do. If it's in terms of money, I don't think the money should be the problem. If it's in terms of fame, I don't think that fame should be the problem. But if it's in terms of power, if it's in terms of trying to correct a mistake in the Nigeria system, I think there may be need to that. So, but the thing is this: what do you think? If you are Goodluck Jonathan, will you accept to run under the platform of PDP? Will you accept to run under the platform of PDP to contest against Tinubu, the incumbent president, in 2027 election? Your response is as good as mine. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about the video. Don't forget to follow Kasa TV on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. My name is Mwakama Kasmia. Thank you.